Severin. And an offside called. Pusher and Severin.
Severin's a tough kid, boy, out of Florida. And Pusher's certainly in it. Up to his neck with this guy. And he's a veteran, knows how to fight. And now Severin just holding on. Pusher got a couple of short chops in with that little extra length in the reach. Not a whole lot. Severin hung on pretty good. He's not an overly big guy, Brent Severin, but he can handle himself pretty darn well. Boy.
Maltby stuck his nose in towards Rennie Corbet.
Now this came about because of a couple of big hits by Maltby. Biggest guy on the ice is Uwe Krupp, 6'6", 230 pounds plus. He is a giant. And Corbet, who got cranked up by Aaron Ward back in Denver. Look out, here we go. Maltby drops him. And away they go. But the linesmen are right on top of that one early, so it'll be a short one. Short fight and a long rest. Now Draper's getting whistled over by Dvorsky as well.
Lidstrom to McCarty. Here is Larionov. Avalanche holding the Red Wings in their own zone. Larionov and Forsberg away from the play. Peter Forsberg took a swipe at Igor Larionov. And it isn't often that we see Igor Larionov go, but he did. And now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help. Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness. You never know when to expect it, Darren McCarty said before. Vernon and Waugh. Mike Vernon with a great left. Follows up with the right. How about this? Lemieux was hammered by Darren McCarty, and he is being helped into the locker room. Two of the best of all time. Known for the use of the pillows. Vernon and Waugh square off. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena. 301 days since the hit on Kris Draper. And look at Darren McCarty. Patrick Roy bloodied up. Peter Forsberg bloodied up, and Lemieux in the locker room. Darren McCarty said hockey players have long memories, and the best time to seek, if you will, revenge, to seek redemption, is maybe when your opponent least expects it. Say what you will of the situation. Say what you will about the hit. But this is what has happened here tonight. It starts with Forsberg and Igor Larionov. Forsberg with an extra hit to the head, and Igor objects. And he gets the headlock on Peter Forsberg. And then, away from that, Patrick Roy and Mike Vernon. Patrick Roy came out to aid Claude Lemieux. And look at the goalies go. And Patrick Roy has a heck of a size advantage. And Claude Lemieux, he was hammered by Darren McCarty. McCarty came in, And he went after Claude Lemieux, took the helmet off, and got a shot or two in. And that's when Waugh came to Lemieux's rescue. And look at who stepped in on Patrick Waugh, Brendan Shanahan. Welcome back to old-time hockey. Now here's how Darren got loose. And he got the shot in at Claude Lemieux. And from there, pandemonium. Look at the goalies battle. You got to be tough and a little crazy to stop pucks traveling over 100 miles an hour. And they are tough in more ways than one. Mike Vernon and Patrick Waugh.
Look at Osgood smiling in behind Mike Vernon, like trying to hold his smiles back. And I don't think anybody in the building liked what they saw a few minutes ago.
Oh, not anybody.
Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is a dandy.
Well, you saw Claude Lemieux come down not that far from our studio, Mick. I don't know if you saw him come through. He may not have been there yet, but he was bloodied up pretty good.
We're in behind closed doors here on the other side of the Colorado dressing room. But Waugh and Vernon looked like they're no worse for wear. Patrick got the butterfly over the eye. It looked like Vernie popped him a dandy, although it looked like Waugh got a couple in as well. So pretty good exchange by a couple of veteran goaltenders. Very possibly both of them going to the Hall of Fame. Just another day's work at the office.
Patrick Waugh, third all-time amongst active goaltenders in victories. Mick and Mike Vernon right behind him. You know, fourth.
You really do as a professional athlete. You hope nobody gets hurt in these kind of things. It's cleanup time, as you can see right by the Red Wing bench. Several guys had some minor blood dripping from their foreheads, and it didn't look like anybody got seriously injured. But again, hockey players are used to this kind of stuff, and it'll be interesting to see as Scotty Bowman hears what Paul Dvorsky has to say about how he deciphered all of that and who's getting what. And I'm sure the announcements to follow shortly, but they were waiting for it and they got it. Mark Crawford not happy what he saw out there, and it looks like he's complaining that there should have been more. He's not happy with the call by the looks of it from Paul Dvorsky.
Well, McCarty's going to get a double minor for roughing, and that will be the main difference. Colorado is going to have a 4-minute power play. Forsberg and Larionov both go 2 each for roughing. Waugh and Vernon get 2 for roughing and 5 for fighting, respectively. And then Darren McCarty with the extra 4 for roughing. And guess who wasn't even on the ice throughout all of it? Kris Draper. Sat on the bench and watched from a pretty darn close seat to where everything was happening.
Well, a minute and a half to the intermission. They'll be buzzing at the popcorn stand. You can bet on that.
Lidstrom in deep. Now the Red Wings with a different challenge, and that is to kill off some power plays. Now it's going to be Adam Deadmarsh and Konstantinov. You've got the monitor down in front of you, Mick.
I can see this one. Deadmarsh, we talked about him at the top of the show. He's a tough kid, big goal scorer, and he's been after Konstantinov, as many of the Colorado players have, as he likes to give it. So this looks like it may be a long, long night for everybody involved, but most of all, I'm sure the fans having fun. Let's just hope nobody gets seriously hurt. Little fight, 2 stitches, never hurt anybody. It's a long way from the heart. Jason Hillman just came in. We're next door, as I said, Mike, to the Colorado locker room, and got on the note here, Forsberg and Lemieux getting stitches in the locker room right next to us here. So, as I said, another day's work at the office for a hockey player.
And so in 37 seconds, Colorado will have a power play. It will be their 3rd of the night. Right off the start, Shanahan and Adam Foote. Here we go again. That took exactly 4 seconds. Foot tries to get a right uppercut in. Shanahan has him tied up well. Now Shanahan with a couple of rights. Trying to connect from over top. Two strong guys going at it here. Somebody's bloodied up. I don't know who it is. You can see the blood in the back on the ice. Looks like it's Adam Foote. And the referees step in. Right off the opening face-off here in the second period. Foote obviously a defenseman, but in the 4-on-4 situation, within reach of Brendan Shanahan. And the penalty boxes getting a bit crowded.